From awkward to magnetic. Welcome, welcome, welcome into the room. We're going to talk about 3 ways from you can go from being socially awkward in social spaces to becoming confident, becoming refined, and becoming magnetic. I'm super excited about this topic because it's something that I've been teaching on for quite some time now. And I believe that we are entering into seasons of opportunity. So we want to make sure that we're going into these seasons of opportunity prepared. Okay. Biblically, we are entering April, which April tends to fall in between the months of like Nisan or Adar, Adar. And these are just some months around times where I've done in my personal studies that a new season comes, like new opportunities, exiles, people are leaving their exile, opportunity to sit with kings and negotiate certain things come, right? Nehemiah gets to go in front of the king and talks to him about opportunities to rebuild his home country's city wall, the protection. Esther, the queen, gets to talk to the king about protecting her whole nation. So needless to say, opportunities are coming, but are you ready for those rooms of opportunity? So today I'm going to talk to you about how not to be awkward anymore. It's 2026, guys. We don't want to be awkward anymore. So tip number 1, it starts with you. It starts with you. Now, the mind is so powerful that even if you want to fake it till you make it and you get in there and you want to show up as your best self, if you don't train your mind on how to fake it till you make it, you're going to go in there feeling uncomfortable. You're going to go in there feeling frantic if you do not prepare you first. So, what do I mean by that? If you want to show up confident, first show up confident, meaning put your best perfume on, make sure that you look your best or feel your best. These are the first things that you want to do. Studies show that a woman that puts herself together, whether, she believes that that looks like her hair being done or maybe her outfit or her teeth being whitened, all of these different features, when you show up as your best self, then you begin to feel your best self. So I want to tell you that number 1 is start with you. As we enter into these new seasons, make some new self-care routines for yourself. What does that look like? Maybe changing out some items in your wardrobe that are more aesthetically pleasing. Maybe doing teeth whitening quarterly or twice a year. That I can tell you from personal experience will definitely make you feel instantly more refined, and it helps you to show up more confident. You start talking with your teeth, so to speak. Making sure that, your hair or your nails are well groomed or your clothes are well groomed, right? So if that looks like pressing your clothes a certain time of week or maybe even getting some things dry cleaned, whatever makes you feel a boost of confidence. It may sound vain, it may sound cliche, but it literally works. It adds to your confidence. So, number 2 that I want to talk about is building quiet confidence. And I talk about this in my free training on becoming the refined woman. Quiet confidence is so important, guys. This is not the same as loud arrogance. They contrast. Surface level, they just maybe may seem like they're doing the same thing, but they are not doing the same thing. So, quiet confidence is when you radiate a level of confidence that's not loud. It's not something that you seem like you're boastful or ostentatious or just arrogant. It's just knowing who you are and who God called you to be and walking in that. Loud arrogance is showing up, crushing others down to try to make room for yourself. Quiet confidence is knowing there's enough room or space in this room for you and me. So there's no competition here. And ways that you can build your quiet confidence is by getting clarity on your identity. Again, I talk about this in my free training, so make sure you click the link down below and sign up for that free training on becoming the refined woman. because we want to become our best selves for the opportunities that God has given to us. Amen. Amen. If you're liking this video so far, just leave a thumbs up and comment what your favorite part is. So, ways to build quiet confidence are by these, or build your identity or clarify your identity are by these three steps. Identify your value. That's number one. And I have my notes behind me. Identify your values, identify your strengths, and identify your standards. This is the moral of the video. This is the drop the mic piece. Like, say what I got to say, drop the mic for you to take it up when you're ready to take it up. Your values are so important. For you to be clear on who you are and your identity, you must figure out what your values are. What are your beliefs? What do you seem what means more to you than even money, right? So your values can be friendship, it could be loyalty, it could be family, it could be I don't know. What are your values? I know for me, my values are family. My values are loyalty. My values are good friendships. My values are time. My values are memories, right? I like to create memories. I'd rather spend money in creating memories and going places that will add substance to me. My values are education. I really value education, and I would rather spend my money on education than clothes because I feel like if you better yourself, you further yourself further than clothes could ever take you. So, clarifying your identity means that you must know your values. Number two, you must know your strengths. What are the things that you can do with your eyes closed? If somebody were to ask you today, you can show up tomorrow with that value submitted on their desk or given to them with ease. You can do this in a breath. Like it comes to you so naturally. These are your strengths, and contrary to popular belief, you actually want to hone in on these strengths so that when you show up in those rooms, you can show up with confidence. When you master these skills and you become not necessarily only a jack of all trades, but then a master of none, you want to make sure that you at least master one skill. This is your strength, and this is what you're known for. This way, when you get in the room and you have this value to offer, this strength to offer, you're confident. You're confident. Have you ever talked to that person that is just so awkward, so awkward, but if you ask them about their favorite game or their favorite hobby, they're almost nerd-like when they begin to tell you about all of these facts that may seem irrelevant to you, but is so relevant to them. It's because it's their strength. It's the thing that they know. And so they go to town on those strengths. But for you, as a high level woman, as a woman that God is calling you to be in these spaces of opportunity, one of the worst things you can ever do is pray for these opportunities. And then when you get in the room, you're not prepared, you're not ready. So make sure that you hone in on your strengths. And number three, for clarifying your identity, we had values, strengths, and number three is standards. You must have standards. There's a saying that's very popular in the Caribbean that if you do not stand for something, you will fall for anything. We do not want to be the women in 2026 to fall for anything. And I will teach you in my free training on my three-step framework that God gave me in becoming the woman that I am today, but specifically building confidence, which is one of the frameworks, and then there are the two other ones. But the way that I was able to do that was by building standards. What is what I believe? What is what I don't believe? One of my favorite women to listen to is Lisa Hanna, who is former Miss World, former Miss Jamaica, and also was an MP for the island of Jamaica. She always says that she does not have principles of convenience. And I took that statement and I ran with it. That means that whether you see me or you don't see me, these standards remain the same. If I brush my teeth 5 times a day, whether you see me or you don't see me, I will be brushing my teeth 5 times a day. You only need to brush your teeth twice a day. For the record, I'm a dental hygienist. I know that. If I, you know, watch motivational videos every Tuesday at 4 p.m., despite you being there or not, I will watch that video come Tuesday. So hone in on your standards, hone in on your strengths, hone in on your values. Make sure that you practice these things. Make sure you work on your things that you want to work on. Showing up with your favorite perfume. Remember, we talked about that before. We talked about clarifying your identity. Showing up with your favorite perfume. Showing up with all things refined, the things that are refined enough to make you feel confident. Show up in these things. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is something that I learned from social psychologist Amy Cuddy. This is phenomenal. She did a TED Talk on this, and this is one of the most viewed TED Talks, if I'm not mistaken, maybe the second most viewed, with over 1 million views, much more over 1 million views. And she talks about how to build confidence. Usually we learn that the mind teaches the body how to do things, which is very true. As a man thinks, so is he. So what you begin to think is how you begin to, portray those things or manifest those things. So you have to fix your mindset. But this was the one time where she taught us that you can actually use your body to train your mind. So, the way how you're going to do this, how you're going to train yourself to be more confident is I'm not standing up, but I did a short form video of this on my TikTok and Instagram. But you build confidence by literally sitting up, fixing your body posture, and making sure that your shoulders are outright. And she said that studies show that if you, before you walk into a room, whether you're in a bathroom or in your car or wherever you are, practice lifting your hands for 2 minutes, having your stance open, right? Stretching and literally opening up your body wide, having a wide stance. And studies show that when you do these things, your cortisol levels begin to drop, and for men specifically, testosterone levels begin to increase. And we know that when testosterone levels begin to increase for them, their energy is through the roof, their confidence is very high. And again, if your cortisol is low, that means that your stress is low. There's no stress. So you're not walking into the room cowardly. You're not walking into the room just all over the place, but you're ready to take on the room. This is super important for leaders, those that are called into leadership positions, whether you are a leader at your job, a leader in your business, a CEO, maybe you're a board president. Maybe you are somebody that has been given a managerial position. Maybe you're someone that is a pastor, a youth leader, whatever it may be, whatever your sphere of influence, a teacher, a professor, a principal, whoever you are as a leader, it's very, very important that you practice these confidence boosting skills. Because once you do this, again, it's not just you doing these stretches and being arrogant and walking in awkwardly. No, you're doing this so that your brain can literally produce the hormones needed for you to physically become confident. So, these are the things that you're going to do to become less awkward and more confident, more magnetic. A person that's magnetic is someone that is warm, someone that people are naturally attached to. And I don't mean in some weird, awkward, woo woo, like, oh my God, your energy is attracting me and it's literally pulling me and I can't do anything. I mean, figuratively. You literally become magnetic. You're warm, you're friendly, you're interesting. People are intrigued by you, by something that they cannot even put their finger on. So, if you practice these things, you're going to become more magnetic. Remember to sign up for my free training below on becoming the refined woman. I made this and I curated this free training specifically for women in their 20s and 30s that are just getting started in their professional career, in their business, building their brand, or they just want to become the best self at home, for themselves as a mom, as a wife, as whoever in their family. They just want to show up as their best selves, but they need the unspoken rules of refinement, of etiquette, of soft skills that help them to level up themselves without spending 10,000 hours in the mirror, without spending $10,000 in reinvention projects, without asking 10,000 questions of doubt. These are all of the things that I'm going to teach you in this free training. So don't forget to sign up below. Make sure you leave a thumbs up on this video and share it with someone that may need it. And thank you so much for supporting my page. If you've come across this video, I believe that it was for you. So I will see you in the next video, and I'll see you in the free training. Take care.